Ooh, House of Lords have delivered me another VHS tape. CI5 The Professionals, an action-packed double feature including Klansman, never seen on UK TV. Oh, that sounds interesting. Video collection. So I better go inside and put it on the television and see what's what. Sometimes, viewers, this channel doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. That Professionals tape from the House of Lords, I was expecting the never before seen on UK TV episode of Professionals Klansman. I've heard so much about it, and it was banned for all that time, and yet, as you saw on the screen of the television, all I got was this funny static. And anyway, it says stereo, and that's a mono television, so that's a lie as well. I think I'd better keep watching and see if someone from the House of Lords really does have any useful top secret information on that VHS cassette for me.
Splendid veteran car, this. The first ever Vauxhall, the light car. Introduced to Britain's roads in 1903. What a long way that company's come in those 75 years. Did you know, for example, that over the last 2 years, Vauxhall have increased their sales by 37%? Such continuing success means that this year they're employing another 3,000 people and starting additional shifts. Vauxhall must be very happy. Britain's motorists certainly are. This is the Cavalier Coupe GLS. I'll drive, George. The 2- and 4-door Cavalier saloons. The perennial Viva. Everyone knows someone with a Viva. And the Chevettes. Clever little chaps, those. Different shapes at the back and all jolly nippy. Top security. What do we hear? You'll find out in time. I'd say that Vauxhall were really taking off.
Oh, wow. Wow. That was wonderful. The New Avengers is one of my favourite television series, and although Patrick Macnee, who starred in both The Avengers and The New Avengers, does not refer to his character by name, and you don't hear the New Avengers theme tune, it's really fascinating to see a Vauxhall advert from 1978, and it's sort of the same vein as the Leyland Cars one from 76 that we looked at last time. And actually to see that they upped the budget even more. He's in this helicopter, he's got a glamorous assistant, he's definitely still playing on that Steed image, although the New Avengers had finished production about a year earlier than this advert was made. It's still very much trying to make you identify with him. He's still using the same mannerisms and the outfit and everything. The Viva was about to go out of production, and so calling it a perennial is something of a nice affectation. The clever little chaps, the Chevettes, just brilliant. I love this peculiar old Vauxhall advert.
코란도 오라 코란도의 세계로 코란도는 길이 따로 없다. 살인고동의 강력한 힘 코란도지. 이중구조의 특수광철 후레임으로 된 코란도 튼튼합니다.
Wow. Yet another bizarre South Korean advert from the 1980s. This one for the original Sanyong Corando. Bit foresighted in the fact that a lot of Corando buyers, even these days, are into equestrian sports. And also, they do a lot of towing. So, that's brilliant, I suppose. the Corando at that time was just a sort of licensed copy of what was, I think, the American Motors Jeep at that particular time, 81. However, I don't think the body just disappears every single time you want to get out of it. That's a bit of a strange thing. I wish I could hear what the chap's saying. There's lots of Korean adverts at this time that have seemingly the same type of voiceover in them. But somehow it kind of, again, makes me want to buy a Corando because it looks like the best vehicle in the world.
People who iron creases in their jeans. People who always work out their exact share of the bill. People who fold their gin jams. They're not going to like this at all. The Tigra from Vauxhall. Fun, if you like that sort of thing.
So next we come to an era that I don't think we've actually talked about so far, which is the 1990s. And this advert, when I found it, it said it was from 1992, but that can't be correct because the Tigra wasn't launched until 1994. So I'm imagining this is from 94. It's an advert that just screams 1990s high concept. It's the sort of thing that would have seemed terribly modern and exciting at the time, but now looks very dated because so many adverts in the 90s kind of look like this, the sort of bright primary colours and the sort of strange kind of desert landscape and things like that. There's a Ford advert introducing, I think it's a Focus of about 1998, and a Puma that sort of do this kind of thing as well. It's so typical of its time. It is a little bit weird. I mean, the message has been bad, but it's just a bit weird. Hence why we're looking at it today.
Lipstick, she's an alibi.
I don't care what planet she's from, you're 4 seconds late. Nice wheels.
Shame not to lose them.
Lose them?
He's only gone and bought it.
The Renault 19 Chamard, a new saloon from £7,495.
Yet more Renault advertising, and this time one specific to the UK market. The date on the advert said 1990, but I distinctly remember watching this in Christmas 1989, so it's not far off. And the Renault 19 was launched in 89. Obviously, the Chamard a little bit later, the saloon version of the 19. Again, a very typical advert at the time, just the way it's done. It just screams to me late 80s, early 90s, and just the kind of the way it's almost verging into sort of Cadbury's Milk Tray Man sort of territory. But obviously with a more comic spin on it. It makes the car actually look quite glamorous somehow, which I suppose is the idea. £7,500 was quite a lot of money for a car of that particular segment, I think, at the time. It wasn't the cheapest saloon on the market, but it looks good in that colour, and, I'm sold because I would have that lifestyle. I just don't want to end up in prison.
Hi, love.
What kept you?
Sorry, love. Duty calls.
Same time tomorrow, Dave.
Move it! See the car?
Almira.
GTI.
Nice wheels.
Let's go!
Come on, Lee.
Go faster. I'm doing nearly 30.
Naughty boy. Nice ride.
This car's well sprung.
Just like your perm.
Ho, ho.
Turn left.
Why?
Litter. Makes the car look good.
What time do you call this?
Sorry, Gov. Traffic was murder.
You'll never make professionals.
Neither were they. The all-action Almira.
Yeah, tell me about it.
This advert, which I think is from about 1997, 1998, is for the Nissan Almera GTI. And they'd licensed the theme tune from Mark 1 Productions, probably Laurie Johnson as well. He was a director of Mark 1 Productions. And the style of the professionals. And if you watch a lot of professionals, as you know, I have done over the years, and I have 2 very long videos about the cars used in the professionals on the Cars and Television and Film playlist, and that most people haven't watched, you will see that you know, this little affectionate parody was quite something at the time. You know, nostalgic television in 97, 98 was massive. You know, the Avengers, New Avengers, Thunderbirds, Eva Sweeney, the Professionals, all these things were getting very, very, very prominent retrospectives on things like television and even the nascent internet. And Nissan themselves, as we covered in the video about the cars of the new Professionals last year, did actually get product placement within it. And it was actually thanks to this advert that they did. So the GTI didn't appear in that, the Almera, but they did have a 200SX that was sort of the main car that they used in the new Professionals, and also a Torano 2 at one episode. So yes, you know, that this did sort of work for them, and I think it's very good. It's note perfect in terms of a parody. So yeah, so a bit of a peculiar advert, definitely going for a certain target audience with it. Phil Cornwell, as you'll see there, playing one of the characters, who I'm not sure they're actually named as Bodie and Doyle in the advert. I don't recall them being so. And then you've got the Cowley character too, but they are just superb in every way, really. I don't know what else to say. Perhaps if there's demand, we'll look at the Sweeney version of that advert as well, which was made around the same time. But anyway, I think that's it for some more peculiar old adverts for cars. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if you'd like to see more of these. I'm sure there are more that I can find. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Click the notification bell to be informed of new videos, and visit the social media links down below. Thank you.